Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're going to be running through where I'm standing on my goals for 2024. It is the end of Q3, you guys. I am not sure how this has happened. I am not sure where 2024 has gone so far, but we do have a lot of stuff to go through. This has been a very active couple of weeks for me. As of filming this, I'm in the middle of a 30-day challenge where I'm trying to use as much yarn as possible. And none of those numbers other than the cake count. No, not even that. None of the numbers from this 30-day challenge are counted in these quarterly goals except for the number of finished hats and scarves. So there is a lot. There is a lot. This is going to be very interesting because at the end of the year, these numbers should dramatically change. Some of these numbers are kind of factored in. Some of them aren't. It's a mess. It is a mess because I decided to do this in the middle of a month, in the middle of switching quarters. As we come through it, maybe I'll just say, hey, this one includes some, this one doesn't. I did do my Addy total for the month of September. I do that as a separate entry in my journal. So I do have some of the totals from this 30-day challenge, but yeah. So every time I film one of these, I get asked about my journal. I covered this journal. It is just a composition book, college ruled. And this was a Michael's Recollection paper pad that I used with some stickers and accessories that I had. I follow a tutorial from May Made It to do this. I do have it in different sections with different pockets and flappy doos and everything else. If you want to see more about this journal, please go to Q1's video, as well as I think at the end of 2023, I did some conversation about making the journal as well. So I do have one card here that I need to eventually cut down and actually properly put in here, but that's something for another day. So in my first section here, I have flaps. I'll be looking here. This is my goals list, and this is my UFO list. So we do have some things to discuss as we just kind of run through the numbers so far. So running through the goals, yarn and paper low buy. So far on my yarn low buy, I'm doing great. I did not write down the numbers. I ended Q2 with a budget of $150. And since then, I have used let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I had 2,900 grams plus 7,500 grams. So 7, 9. So we'll say 10,000 grams, 11,000 grams of yarn used in Q3, 7,500 of that being the Addy makes as part of the project, use as much yarn as I can in 30 days. So yeah, if that was my quarter end, I did not purchase any yarn except for at the yarn show. And I purchased under $300 worth of yarn at the yarn show. Part of that was birthday gifts. Part of that could count to goals, but normally that's the one thing I don't. This is the Southern Comfort Market. I don't normally count that towards my goals. Just because it's a birthday gift for myself kind of deal. But I'm very excited about where I am with the low buy. I have not purchased any paper, scrapbooking supplies, or anything else so far this year, except for I think some ink pads, some tape, things like my items that are used up on a regular basis. So I'm doing very well on the low buy for yarn. I'm doing very exceptionally well on the low buy for paper products. I've also not purchased any new fabric since I purchased that kit to get myself back into quilting. Finisher Frog UFOs. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 12 FOs that I have finished so far this year. I do need to come back. I probably will not get to the peppermint swirl blanket this year. I am trying to work on the hexagon blanket. The gingerbread woman, I think, is actually done. So I can probably mark her off. Casper the snowman is in a box kit somewhere floating around here that needs to be done. I have some more intricate projects that I might get some work done on before the end of the year. But I mean, I'm happy with where I am right now. I still need to do stupid things like putting sleeves in my sweater. And I don't know why I'm not doing that, but I'm not reaching for it. The Franken shawl scarf thing is something that, I pick up, do a couple rows and put back down. But by and large, I'm pretty happy with where I am. I do have 2 blankets that I could easily finish by the end of the year, and I'd really like to focus on that. My hexagon blanket and my lemon peel stitch blanket. I would like to finish those by the end of the year. 75 pounds of UFOs was my goal. So, in my weekly podcast journal thing here, non-yarny FOs, I'm at 8.19 pounds. Yarny FOs, I have 23,887 grams or 52.67 pounds. And then I also did a massive yarn donation that was 10,700 grams, which was another 23.6 pounds. So total right now, used or out of stash, I have 84.46 pounds. And as my goal was 75 pounds total FOs, if we take out that 23 pounds, I will definitely hit the 75 pound goal. I'm hoping for another at least 7,000 grams through the Addy for the last 2 weeks of the 30-day challenge. As of filming this, I am filming this on October 1st. So we're like right in the middle. Today is day 15 of the challenge that I set for myself. So literally we are right in the middle. So I could easily by the end of the month have another, say, 10,000 NFOs, 10,000 grams. So we will easily hit that goal even without the yarn donation in there. But with the yarn donation out of my stash, I have 84 pounds so far. So I'm pretty excited about that. I have not been making cards. I still need to finish some things. I do have some leftover Halloween cards that I will probably use to send out this month. I have only made 39 cards this year, though, unfortunately. Spend 3 pounds of fleece. So far, I have spun 1.16 pounds of fleece. And I don't think that number is completely correct because I think one of them may have actually been 16 ounces instead of the 10 ounces I wrote down. But I'm still under 3 pounds. I'm just making progress. I did actually sit down and spin. I do have yarn on the Kiwi right now, and I do have yarn on the Grumpy Old Man wheel right now. I have not touched the Grumpy Old Man, and I've just not had time to sit down at the Kiwi since I started the other yarn. Finish 10 blankets. I am at 4 blankets complete. I do have some granny squares and corner to corner squares going, but one of the blankets I completed was a king size blanket. So I'm pretty happy with that. Finish old WIPs and UFOs. We kind of already covered that a little bit. I did donate at least 6 shawls so far this year. Let's see. Yeah, I've donated 13 shawls so far this year. So once again, pretty good. And I do have at least 2 more ready to donate. Donate 50 hat and scarf sets. So far, I have not donated any. Part of what I'm focusing on for the 30-day challenge is making the hat and scarf sets to be donated, hopefully in the month of November at the prayer shawl meeting. I have 32 ready to go, though. So I should hopefully get that last 20 in there. Donating 5 blankets. I've donated 2, covering 5 journals and notebooks. I made a number of folios earlier this year. I have not done any more since the beginning of the year. I covered 1 journal and I made 11 folios. So I hit that goal pretty early on. Finished 5 12 by 12 paper pads. I think I've only used 2 maybe. I used 2 12 by 12 kits. I finished those off. Finishing 6 by 6 paper pads, 0 have been done. Finishing 10 rolls of washi. I have 0 marked off on that list. There's nothing in my bucket right now for this quarter. Working through 25 balls of bulky. Nope. I did complete 1 sweater, which was the goal, but I've done more than 1 sweater so far this year. I have made 5. 1 color work project. I did the stocking, and I did also do the extensive Stephen West shawl earlier this year. So I would definitely count that with the way that's done as color work. Even though I intended Fair Isle or Intarsia, I'm counting that Stephen West shawl as well. Working into 2,100 gram Hank/balls of fingering weight yarn. I have worked into 19. So I'm right there with that. If I get on another sock kick or decide to make like another giant shawl or anything, I'll definitely hit that goal. I am trying to pull yarns together for my ALC and Yarnable to maybe do a DK weight fade where you hold 2 together at the same time. I have not written my hooded scarf pattern down. I have not made any more progress on die cutting my paper scraps. I've not made any more progress into cutting my large scraps down to usable sizes. And I did add the goal of making 10 pairs of socks. I have made 11 pairs of socks this year. So I have made tons and tons of progress. I'm very excited about where we are on that. So in my finished tally totals, things that weren't included, like we already talked about shawls, hats, I have completed 15 extra hats. I think I'm missing some in there as well. Scarves, we have 10, 20, 25, 27, 4 blankets, no dishcloths and mug rugs, 5 sweaters, 39 cards, 1 journal, 11 folios, and 11 pairs of socks. I have completed 3 skeins of Red Heart or Impeccable. Once again, that does not include what I've been doing with the 30-day project. When I get all those ball bands together, I'll make sure to update these tallies and totals. I have completed using 12 cake yarns. Once again, I have more in there that I have used. No donated dishcloths or mug rugs. 0 6 by 6 pads, 12 by 12 pads, 2 kits. I did use 9 sticker sheets, 0 finished washi tape. I donated 2 blankets. I've not touched my cotton yarn, and I have not donated any scarves yet. So I'm making a ton of progress on my project goals that were originally for 2024. The only thing I have done has been the Stephen West shawl. So I haven't made any progress on that, but I've made progress on a ton of other stuff. So I do have my ball bands. Once again, minus project, use up all the yarn. So in here, the ones that I have that are not being stored somewhere else or used for other purposes or stuck somewhere else, I have 8 sock ball bands, 6 cake ball bands, 4 of the worsted weight acrylic impeccable red hardy kind of yarns, a total of 44 ball bands for quarter 3. So sorry, this is the 3rd video I'm filming today, and my voice is getting a little... It was one of those get up and get dressed and start filming kind of days. I have a lot going on for the rest of the week and really need to get crack-a-lacking. So I'm very happy with the progress I've made through my goals. Once again, I do not set these goals as hard and fast rules for myself. They're reminders of things that I want to make sure I'm doing. I want to make sure I stay on top of these things. These are things I said I wanted to do, and I want to remind myself this is what I wanted to do. So if there are goals I miss, it's really not a big deal for me. There are times where, you know, I'm a little disappointed just because I should have done better on something, or I was this close. Like when I moved, I was this close to hitting a lot of my goals, and I just kind of missed it by the end of the year. But so far, I'm really happy with where I am for the year. I'm really pleased. My year has taken multiple divergent paths from where I thought I was going to be this year or what I was planning on doing this year. So I'm really happy with where I am. As weird as that seems, with the just continuous nature of how things have been coming at me. And then trying to do things like the 30-day challenge while having, like a hurricane blow through or something. Um, I'm very happy with the progress I'm making. I'm very happy with where my goals are starting to end up, where we're shaping up for the end of the year. I know there'll be another huge group that kind of comes off the end of that, and I'm very much looking forward to that. So I don't feel disappointed or disheartened at this point. I'm definitely feeling very motivated and excited to be working on things. There are a lot of things I'm really wanting to dive into. There are a lot of things that are halfway done or getting close, or we're just right there. And I want to hit those things by the end of the year. So that's one of the reasons why I started the 30-day challenge in the middle of September, because I know as we're pushing through the last part of the holiday season, the last part of Q4, I'm going to be all over the place. And my goal really wants to be working on those FOs, getting those kind of cleared out so I can kind of move new things into my living space downstairs. I want to finish working through the stuff that I specifically set aside to work through with the Addy to make donation items. And then I can get back into working on clearing a lot of this out. Since I posted my last update of my stash, I do already have holes coming in. I have had to come in here to grab yarns to work from in there. I still have a ton of neutrals left, and I'm trying to incorporate the neutrals into a lot of these color projects. So I'm very excited. I feel very motivated and energized and ready to work on things. And I'm not feeling like, I don't know what to do, because there's always something. Like right now, I'm so engaged. I really want to be doing certain things. So anyway, that is where we are for 2024 on my goals so far. Let me know where you guys are in yours. What goals did you set? What goals are you hitting? What has distracted you? What have you gotten excited by? What projects have kind of taken you away? Because I know a lot of us get very excited about the new things coming in, or you found that perfect pattern finally for the yarn you've been holding on to, so you get sidetracked doing that. So let me know where you guys are, what you're doing, what you're working on, whether it's paper destashing, paper crafting goals, sewing goals, knitting goals, crochet goals. Where are you guys? So I love you. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye, you guys.